Julienne cut.
First cut, Julienne cut.
The julienne cut is a culinary technique that includes cutting food items into long, thin strips similar to matchsticks. The term julienne is believed to have originated in the 18th century France, possibly named after the military leader Julien de Saint-Julien. First, I make sure my cutting board and knife are clean and ready. I also wash and peel my vegetable. I use carrot. I trim off both ends of the carrots to create flat surface. Then, I cut the carrots into sections about 2 to 3 inches long, make them easier to handle. Now, I place one section flat on the cutting board and slice it lengthwise into even slabs about 1/18 inch. I stack a few slabs together neatly, making sure they align. Then, holding the stack firmly with my fingertips curled back for safety, I slice them lengthwise again into thin, uniformly strips also about 1/8 inch wide. And there you go! I now have a perfectly cut julienne strips ready for cooking and garnishing. These techniques give me even peace of quick, even cooking and beautiful presentation.
Shred cut.
Second cut, shred cut. The shred cut originated in early Asian and European kitchens, used for preparing vegetables in stir fries and salads. It became a standard technique worldwide for creating thin, uniform strips that cook quickly and evenly. First, I make sure that my cutting board and knife are clean and sanitized for food safety. I also prepare the vegetables or organize it that I'll be shredding. Next, I place the ingredients securely on the cutting board. I hold the knife firmly with my dominant hand and with my other hand. I gently press down on the ingredient to keep it stable. In a steady motion, I start slicing the ingredient into thin, even strips, moving the knife back and forth smoothly. I keep my fingers curled inward to avoid injury while maintaining control over the cut. I continue this process until the entire ingredients is cut into fine, uniform shreds. Transfer them to a clean container for further use. And that's how you properly perform a shred cut, clean, precise, and safe.
Mince cut.
Third cut, mince cut. The history of mince cut involves various forms and preparation across different cultures and eras. Mince refers to cutting, chopping, or grinding something into small pieces. The term mince comes from Middle English, dating between 1150 and 1350. It originates from the Old French word mincier and the Latin minutiae, meaning to chop finely. First, I begin by washing my hands and making sure my cutting board and knife are clean. Safety and hygiene always come. Next, I place the vegetable or ingredients on the cutting board. I make sure it is stable so it won't slip while cutting. I hold my knife firmly with my dominant hand, and with my other hand, I hold the ingredients using a claw grip. This keeps my fingertips safe. Now, I start by slicing the ingredients into very thin, using strips. After slicing, I gather those strips together. And I rotate the strips 90 degrees and cut across them finely, creating a very small pieces. I move my knife in a rocking motion to ensure an even mince. I continue chopping until the pieces are tiny and uniform. This is what we call a mince cut. Finally, I gather the mince ingredients neatly with the knife and transfer to a clean bowl or a container. And that's how I properly perform a mince cut.
Botanic cut.
Feet cut, bayonet cut.
The origin of the bayonet cut lies within French culinary tradition, thought the term was first recorded in 1980 and is delivered from the French word bayonet meaning little stick. First, I wash the carrot thoroughly under running water to remove any dirt. After that, I peel off the skin using a peeler to make it smooth and clean. I trim off both ends of the carrot with my knife to create a flat surface. This will make it stable when cutting. I cut the carrot into 2 to 3 even sections about 2 to 3 inches long. This makes it easier to handle and cut uniformly. Then I slice 10 pieces of each side to square the carrot into a rectangular block. This will help me create even buttonette cuts. Finally, I slice the rectangular carrot block into 1/4 inches thick plank. Then stack them and cut them again into 1/4 inches wide stick. These are my buttonette cut, net uniform carrot.
Dice cut.
Fifth cut, dice cut.
The dice cut comes from classical French cuisine where uniform cuts were created to ensure even cooking and attractive presentation. It reminds one of the fundamental knife skills taught in culinary school worldwide. First, I start by washing my hand and ensuring my cutting board and knife are clean. Safety and cleanliness are always important in food preparation. Next, I place the vegetables or fruits or meats firmly on the cutting board. I trim off both ends if needed to make it stable. Now, I cut the ingredients into uniform slices of the desired thickness, keeping my fingers curled inward to avoid cuts. After making slices, I stack 2 or 3 slices together to make it easier. Then, I cut them lengthwise into even strips. Finally, I rotate the strips crosswise and cut again into small, equally sized cubes. I always make sure the cuts are even for better presentation and even cooking, and that's how I perform a proper dice cut.
Slice cut.
Sixth cut, slice cut.
The term slice originates from Middle English slicen and slice, meaning to splinter or a splinter, deriving from the Anglo-French slicer and Frankish slitan, to split, connected to the Proto-Germanic slitan.
First, I wash my hands thoroughly to ensure cleanliness and put the gloves. I also make sure my cutting board and knife are clean and dry. Now, I place my ingredients, for example a carrot, securely on the cutting board. I hold the knife firmly with my dominant hand, making sure my grip is comfortable and steady. I position the knife at the desired thickness for the slice. I gently press down with a smooth, rocking motion, cutting through the carrots evenly. I position the knife at the desired thickness for the slice. I gently press down with a smooth, rocking motion, cutting through the carrots evenly. Finally, I arrange the slice neatly on a plate, ready for cooking or serving. And that's how you do a proper slice cut, clean, safe, and even.
Paysan cut.
7 cut, paysan cut.
The paysan cut comes from classical French cuisine. The word paysan translates to country style or peasant style. In English, traditionally it was used by French chefs to prepare vegetables in small tin and rustic ships that cook quickly and blend well in soups or Step 1. Prepare your vegetables first. I have my clean vegetable here. For example, a carrot. I've already washed and peeled it properly to ensure it's clean and ready to cut. Step 2. Square up the vegetable. Next, I'm squaring up the carrot. This means trimming the sides slightly to create a rectangular or square shape. This helps in making even slices later on. Step 3. Slice thin sheets. Now, holding my knife properly with a firm grip, I slice the carrot. Step 4. Cut into shapes. Once I have my thin slices, I stack them neatly and cut them into small squares, triangles, rounds, or diamond shapes depending on what's needed. This is what gives the paisan cut its variety and charm. Step 5. Present the finished cuts, and here my finished paisan cuts, neat, even, and ready to be used for soups, stews, or the garnishes. That's how you do the paisan cut. Simple, precise, and professional.
Cube cut.
A cut. Cube cut. Cube cut is part of broader tradition of knife skills that had been refined over centuries, particularly in French cuisine. French culinary techniques emphasize precision and uniformity, which are essential for both cooking and aesthetic presentation. First, I'll wash the carrots under running water to remove any dirt. Then I peel it with a knife to make sure it's clean and smooth. Next, I'll cut off both ends of the carrot to have flat edge. This makes it easier to handle. Once I have my carrot sticks, I line them up neatly and cut across them into even squares. This creates perfect cubes. And we're done! These carrot cubes are now ready to cook or added to our favorite dishes. See how easy that was? Perfect cube cuts every time.